So the goal for me today was to take no more than 5 trades. It's not a P&L goal. Tomorrow it will be the same thing, and basically it will be the same goal this week. It will be only 5 trades a day. Hey, JC. My friend name was smart in math. I was smart in math too, but I hated math. Minus 2.2 R today on 3 trades. That's not a bad job. Hey, JS. So I'll review your trades, guys, and then I will go through some of mine if we still have time. I see that there is a lot actually in the off-topic chat, so I'm not sure that we'll be able to go through mine. I think we might. We'll see that. So I'll have Geo, then I'll have JC. Something is wrong with this. Usually it opens better than this. I don't know why it's like that today. Okay. Let it be like this. Yeah, it's weird. It usually doesn't open like this. Usually it's better when I open them on the website. Maybe I'll just download them and open them on my PC. I wasn't watching XPV, unfortunately, Matt. Baba was tough. Baba was long biased in it. I lost in it. I'll review it. So good job, Matt. And anyway, so let's see. Okay, we had the same trace better, and you managed this one better than me, Geo. So I took this one to the long side around here, and I had my stop loss below this. Why did I do that at the beginning? I think I even tightened it even less than that because I entered for the breakdown. Because this is the low. This is the fake breakdown around here. When I took it to the long side, I had it tighter. I think I even had it tighter than that for a momentum play. I partialed up here. I exited the break even here. Then I re-entered, quick partial for another momentum play, and there is a break even. So your entry was good. First stop loss was really tight. If you use this as stop loss, remember, never use the fake breakdowns as your stop losses. Use the closest next level you have, which is here. You didn't get sold out here like I did. It did sort of an ABCD pattern with a 5-minute open range breakout. Add to the position. And now that you're going for the break, you don't need to have your stop loss below the wick. Somewhere around here would be enough. This way, this break around here would give you already plus 3 Rs. But anyway, both of them were really good trades. I think an earlier exit around here would have been a little bit earlier. You don't need to hold on to your original stop loss after the trade has failed. There is a shooting star at the high of the day. There is the high marked around here. Fake breakout, and it squeezed back down. Right? So literally no reason to hold it to original stop loss. An exit around here would have been more than enough. But still, this was a good one. Geo traded, this is the JC, sorry. So JC traded FCAL. Let's see what you saw there. 15-minute chart. I like it. This is not bad. There is a fake breakdown around here. It started holding a level, and you have it marked. Now you are forming a range on the 15-minute chart somewhere around here. 1 week, we ignore it. We don't care about it. At the open, at first it's selling off, right? It's selling off. And we love these. We love it when they break down first, and then they squeeze back up. They break down first and then squeeze back up. So what happened in FCL? A breakdown and then an engulfing on the 5-minute chart. Now there is a pattern around here. What's the pattern around here? A bullish engulfing crack. The bullish candle engulfs the bearish candle where you took it to the long side. I wouldn't really call it a chase, JC. Because your first entry here was really good. This is a setup, right? This is a bullish engulfing crack. After a fake breakdown, taking it to the long side on a new high. What's your stop loss? Your stop loss should be somewhere around here, just to be safe. I see you exit because you thought that you chased, but this literally wasn't chased. This was a good setup, and it was a good entry and a good trade. Now you are forming an ABCD pattern. Re-entering to the long side. Amazing ad right here. Those ads are not the best because this thing is already so extended, and we know that when the stock is extended after 3 candles or 4 candles, it usually makes a pullback. The pullback could go to the 9 and the 5. The 9 and the 5 here is so close. If you look at this move from here to here with this pullback, it's not that big, right? It's around 25%, and we want to see at least 30% pullback. So around here, we know that there will be a pullback. before a continuation if there will be a continuation. However, adding is not bad. Entering around here, I'd say is bad. But adding to a position when your average is already low is totally fine. Adding have a little bit of different rules. Nice partial. Add the breakout was a fake breakout. New 15-minute low. Cross of the moving averages. New 5-minute low of that range, and you build it out. So I like this. This is an amazing management, JC. Zaki, yeah, exactly. That's the geo. So you will have sort of a range here on the 1-minute chart. It's small one, right? And here you're breaking and you're starting to hold it. Taking it to the long side, you could have your stop loss somewhere around here, but just to be safer, put it a little bit inside the range. You see that, Zaki? You try to find candles which are holding the same level, same level, same level, same level, same level, same level, and then I'll mark it like this. Then you could have either a stop loss around here. This is actually so big, I think I'll need to make it smaller. Then you'll have a stop loss either around here or just in the middle. Yeah, JJ, this was still a good one. I love it. Really good management. You caught in around, what's that? $1 move on a $17 stock. That's around 6% or 7%. Amazing. So Mina, I'll check that. I think I have it somewhere down there, but I'll get to it today. Sorry about that. Yeah, the first partial shouldn't have been big. That's definitely true. Because just the beginning of the move. First partials, when there are no reasons, they should be around 20%. When there is a level 30 to 50%, when there is a setup forming against you, I think it would be around 70%. I'll explain that on the trades I've taken. By the way, this is like a copy of the trade I've taken. Like literally the same thing. I've taken it to the long side around here, partial up there, and because my entry was a little bit late, I wanted to get a better entry somewhere around here. I just decided to exit closer to break even, a little bit below break even. So this is nice. Then there is sort of an ABCD pattern, literally the same entry, literally the same stop loss I had. Whose trade is that? Because just let me check again. Ethan, right? Ethan, yeah. It's literally the same trade. Yeah, I didn't take this one around here, and there is a reason why I didn't take this one. Even your exit here was like the same as mine. That just got me confused. Like literally the same steps, except for this one. This I didn't take it to the long side. Why is that? Because the 5-minute chart, and I can see the 5-minute chart here, we had a shooting star at the high of the day after a fake breakout. This made me not take it to the long side, but it was my signal to exit. Definitely wouldn't have taken it to the long side. Your short though was really good because you are breaking now, right? You are breaking down. First of all, you're having a fake breakout up there. Now you are breaking down the neckline. Nice short, nice partials, reverse ABCD pattern, amazing ad. And I just mentioned that this one would have been a good short after that. And there is another short and good partial. So this is amazing, Ethan. I love it. Look at these guys. These are the good ads. You don't add on the way down because the stock could simply pull back a little bit. And if you add around here on the way down, your average will be somewhere around here, which is not worth it. If you add around here, your new average will be somewhere in the middle. If you double your position around here, your new average will be somewhere around here. And that's amazing. And then whatever you added, you could partial. Add, half it, and partial the rest. Exit the rest at break even. So yeah, this is a really good job, Ethan. Let me show you my trade on NIO. Just to show you, it was literally the same one. There it is. So took it to the long side late because I wanted my entry to be somewhere around here. Took a partial, exit the rest at break even. Re-entered up there, had my new stop loss right here. Partial, it struggled for a long time right there. Partial a little bit more. I knew it's getting a little bit heavy, so I just decreased my position right there and I exited the rest around break even on the very same candle. Now let me show you one thing. Those partials here, anyone, could you assume like how big was this partial and how big was this partial? That's a geo, 20%, because there is literally no reason to partial. I don't have 10%. It would have been 10%. My partials are like this: 20, 30, 50, 70, and 100. Those are my hotkeys for partialing. So when there is literally no reason to partial around here, for example, I partial 20%, then I partial 20%, and I exit the rest. Around here, it's the same thing, 20%. This one, I've taken a bigger partial. We're close to the 59 round number. We're at fake breakout, and we struggled up there. So after the 20%, I took around 30 or 50. I don't really remember right now. And this right here, I took around 50 or 40 because there is a setup forming against me. There is a shooting star on the 5-minute chart, double dojis, new 1-minute low. I wanted to decrease my share size and have my stop loss at the original level. But once we dump down, I just built the break even. So yeah, when there is literally no reason to partial, it's around 20%. If there is a daily level on the way, and still there is no reason to partial, except for this daily level, it will be 30% partial. If the stock is getting extended or getting closer to my original target, it will be around 50 to 70%. It could be 50 most of the time. 70% partial is when I have a setup forming against me. Pickle, Rick, it depends on my new stop loss. Unfortunately, today I didn't have any trades where I added because my trades sucked today. This is my riot trade. I tried to take it to the long side based on the 60. Added to my position. This was half of my original size, full original size, lost 1 R. We're squeezing back up. I re-enter again a little bit late, partial. This was around 30% partial because there is daily level. Exit the rest. And finally, Baba, same thing. Took it to the long side for the break up, and I just exited. This was small loss. This wasn't a big loss. It wasn't the same candle. So yeah, 5 trades. But usually when I'm adding, let me draw it like this. Let's actually find a good example. NIO, for example. NIO is a good example. It trended well. All right, let's take a look at this. Let's say I'm shorting this thing here like Ethan did, which was an amazing entry. Now, let's say I did that with 100 shares, all right, for example, and partial here 20 shares, partial here 20 shares, and I'm left with how many? 60 shares. 60 shares with an average of 58.40. Now I want to add at 58. You need to always draw these shapes because it's easier to determine how much you need to add. Now you need to know this. If you will double your position from 60 to 100, what will be your average? Anyone? You had 60 and you're doubling your position. What's your average? Based on the shape. This is your entry. This is where you want to add. Exactly, half of it. And let's say you don't want to double it. Let's say you want to add half of the original share size. What will be your average based on the shape? Instead of adding 60 shares, which is doubling, you'll add 30 shares. Yes, Gio, that's it. You see, it will be half of the half. Exactly. And if you want to add around, let's say not double, let's say you want to add 90 shares. What's your average? That's it, somewhere around here. So that's approximately. You could just simply draw a line like this, even like in your mind. This is my new entry. This is my average, and I want to add. You don't need to add like the exact same amount. Just approximately. If I double my position, this is my new stop loss. If I add half, this is my new stop loss. If I add more, if I double it and a half, this is my new stop loss. And that's all you need to know about adding. You don't need to always add, I don't know, 20% or 15%. It's just easier to do it drawing this shape. Isn't it hard to get real $2 using such partials? It might reverse. You're right, Moshi. So you need to know when to just exit all out and when to take partials. So you want to add enough to make your stop loss the top of that previous candle. Yeah, exactly. I want to add enough to make my stop loss somewhere around here. If I want to add here. And in this case, I will only be doubling my position. When you add, are you picking a new technical level? Yes, it's a new technical level, because if you add around here, this is your new stop loss, right? This was your initial entry, this is your add, and this is what you are going to draw between this and this. And if you double your position, simply your stop loss is the new technical. Now, when adding, I don't usually add and have my new stop loss at break even. If you use the free roll, it will do that. But when I'm adding, I add more, and I consider this my new entry for a new setup, with having a new stop loss around here at maximum of 1 hour, or with a small loser, which gives me a potential to add more shares and get more reward when I get that. Do that. So I would have used the free roll if I wanted my new stop loss to be break even, but it's usually not a break even. It's usually more than a break even. So Nina traded FCAL and traded it to the short side. Okay, let's take a look at this one. Now, I wouldn't say it's bad. It's not that bad, Nina. Actually, it went to the long side. We had 1, 2, 3, 4 consecutive candles. New 5-minute low. Your target could have been the 9 moving average on the 5-minute chart. Stop loss would have been somewhere around here, and I would have done the same thing, and unfortunately, it got sold out. So, Nina, this was a good setup around here, and the re-entry was amazing. Why was the re-entry good? Anyone? That's it, shakeout or a fake breakout, right? So it's making an ABCD pattern on the 5-minute chart. People are taking it to the long side. It does breakout, but the breakout is not enough for anyone to make money. And then after the breakout, it immediately drops back down with double reversal candles at the high of the day on the 1-minute chart. This is an amazing entry. Early partial, unfortunately. Oh, you exited break even. So remember, you don't always need to exit break even. At least have your stop loss at new 1-minute high, especially that I bet your stop loss was somewhere around there. Give it some room, because it could go all the way up, not making you high, and then squeeze back down. You would keep a good average, and here you'll be able to add. But here, this was good, and this was good. Good job, Nina. D-Tang traded plug. Now, plug, it's something I wanted to keep on my watch list today, but I didn't like it so much based on the 60-minute chart. I actually need to download this, because for some reason I can't really do anything with that. All right, so look at the daily chart first. The daily chart around here, ABCD pattern on the daily chart, and I like that. The 60-minute chart, I like the fact that we're having double hammers on the 60-minute chart, but I didn't like the fact that we are not range bounded. I mean, overall, it's good. It's not that bad, but I prefer having at least 3-4 candles on the same range to predict the breakout cleaner. Because of that main reason, I decided not to watch it. What I love about this right here is that first it dropped down, didn't make any low, and squeezed all the way back up. Those are the favorite. I mean, those are good. I prefer the breakdown and this, like, let's say the second step favorite. Let's take a look at the smaller time frames. The 5-minute chart, there is a setup. Bullish engulfing crack. This should have been the entry, or somewhere down here where you did. I like this. These are the best because you entered. Actually, you didn't enter to the long. You took it to the short, right? Was this long and partial and ads, or it was short? I think I'll be able to tell based on the 1-minute chart. Okay, see, on the 1-minute chart, it's cleaner. On the 1-minute chart, it's cleaner. It was going parabolically up. ABCD pattern, reversal candle at the high of the day, and any short. Now, this is not an A+ parabolic reversal, but it's still a parabolic reversal because it did a huge move with no pullbacks. Reversal candle at the high, new low, and you partialed all the way down. Good, but not the best, right? These around here, I wouldn't have taken to the short side because those are wicks. We don't go against wicks, right? Look at the wicks, double wicks down there. We don't go against double wicks to the short side unless we break them. The entry to the short side below 62.17. An entry earlier than that only because it looked good on the 1 minute chart wasn't ideal. So this is not really good. This is good, but not perfect. The long was good. The long, I love it. Why is that? Because we went all the way down. We didn't make any 60-minute low, and we squeezed back up and gave an ABCD pattern with double shape. So this was amazing. No need to exit break even. The rest of the shares, give it some room, keep holding to original stop loss, especially that there was no breakout. If it did break out here and then started coming back down, you could exit break even. But since you are still holding around the range, there is no reason to exit break even. Hold on to your original stop loss. Like here, after this breakout, if it goes back down, you could exit break even. Marvin. And then we'll have Joe. So let's take a look at this one. So you traded GME. GME, I wasn't really keen on it today because already we're like so extended on the daily chart. I'm waiting for that breakdown. What did you trade it? Traded it for a continuation. That's not a bad continuation. There is a range around here on the 60-minute chart. And we did break out. Better entry would have been somewhere around here immediately at the breakout. You still got in after the retest, which is good. Partial, always partial at the break, right? Whenever there is a break, partial, because you never know if this break is going to be a fake breakout. And if it is a fake breakout and then starting to come back down immediately after the break, make sure to take a partial. This is exactly what happened on NIO today and why I took a partial on the way down on it. The rest at break even. This is not bad. This is decent. I would have exited maybe as well as at break even because there was a pattern around here, bearish engulfing sandwich. It did break out, but it didn't run after the breakout and started coming back down. So yeah, this was a really smart decision. I like that. Let's take a look at what Joe did. Traded Baba. Now that's nice, Joe, actually. I was stubborn about this one and I wanted to trade it only to the long side. So there is a range around here. And I liked it more to the long side because the daily chart, we gapped up. On the daily chart, we gapped above the range we held for, I don't know, a couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. We had the flat resistance, and I told myself that if we break up, it would be better to trade it to the long side. Unfortunately, this thing never broke up, and in fact, actually broke to the downside, and that's where Joe decided to take it to the short side. Now, taking it to the short around here, your stop loss would be somewhere around there. You didn't take any partials, unfortunately. I would have added there maybe for my short. You did need to take a partial maybe in this one, but maybe it didn't give you the 2 hours because of which you didn't take any partials. It's fine. Exit the risk closer to break even. After that, you're having a reverse ABCD pattern on the 5-minute chart on the retest, right? See this purple line around here? You drew it. This is a retest for reverse ABCD pattern, and that could have been also good entry to the short side. Still not bad management there. You were holding for 2 hours. Okay, that's good. That's good. So Pikal, if there is a range, look at this. If there is a range like this, and then it's breaking out while you are entering somewhere inside the range, you could add at the break. All right. Now, if it's not a range like this, for example, it's going down, pulling back and coming back down, you partial at the break. Does it make sense? There is a difference. This right here is holding a range. After the breakout, you expect a break where you add, partial up there, retest where you could add more, and a trend where you add. Partial, add. Here at the break, you don't add. Like this right here, at the break, you don't add. Here at the break, you partial. Here at the pullback, you add. It's the same around here. If it's like this, at the break, you partial. If it's doing like this for a long time, and then it breaks, at the break, you add. Yeah, exactly, Pickle. That's it. Thank you, Nina, for the feedback, by the way. I just read it now. So, Matt, this is your trade, right, on GM. Let's take a look at this one. Now, this one, I doubt I would have traded it. I think I'm not sure if we did or not, but it looks like we did the average trade range on the daily. Maybe not, actually. Yeah, it's tough to say, actually. We need an average trade range line right there, but by this moment, we definitely didn't do the average trade range, so yeah, it's fine. The 60-minute chart, there was a breakout around here. At the open, no, it was in the pre-market, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm not sure because it doesn't look like good. I hate it when they move like this in the pre-market. There it is. It did the average true range move in the pre-market. Remember what we said, we don't like stocks which do these type of moves in the pre-market, because after market open, they either do this or they drop down. There is around $3 move in the pre-market, which is basically the average true range in the pre-market. If this move happened after market close, it's fine, but in pre-market, they usually avoid it. Your entry is not bad though, around here. Should have re-entered maybe after the ABCD pattern up there, because this was still going up, right? Up, no pullbacks, no pullbacks, no pullbacks, no pullbacks. It's finally breaking out. People will definitely take their partials closer to the high of the day, which causes to make a pullback, and then take partials. And this is an igniting volume. Still, I wouldn't have traded it, not here and not here, only because of what I see right there. Your trade was fine as well. Amir. So Amir traded PLTR. Unfortunately, I don't see more time frames. So guys, if you send any trades, make sure to send the 1, the 5, and preferably more time frames. The 1 and the 5 would be good, at least to see what you saw right there. Because right here, based on what I see, I could tell that we had a pre-market level around here. We did breakdown, and after the fake breakdown, I love the squeeze back up. I wouldn't take it for any reason inside there. I mean, unless you had something on the 5-minute chart, which I don't see. But to the long side around here would have been a good setup. Why is that? Because that's a bullish engulfing crack after a fake breakdown. Entry around here or entry around there, based on what you see in the 1-minute chart, would be really good. After that, ABCD pattern at the retest area. This is daily level, and it's also pre-market high. After the breakout, you're having a retest. Could add to your position around here, and then partial like you did. Exit the rest at the breakdown, which is good. The management was really good. I was really interested in what you saw somewhere down there. Lou, let's see what you did. Give me a second. Okay, let's take a look. Actually, Amir sent a screenshot on the 1-minute chart. So you took it at the open somewhere around here. It opened up there. Yeah, this is something I wouldn't have done. It opened around here and it dropped all the way back down. I think you took it to the long side around here because it was closer to VWAP, but this is not a good reason to take it to the long side. You didn't take it only because it's dropping down to VWAP. You need more confirmation, right? I'm glad you made money on this one, but this was a little bit risky. This one was also risky because you're taking it to the long side on the way down. This was the reverse ABCD pattern on the one. It could have retested and dropped back down. Definitely will not take it to the short side, but still not ready to the long side. A long setup would have been ready somewhere around here and somewhere around here. Once you make sure that, okay, we broke down, and after the fake breakdown, we're coming back up. This and this would have been really good entries. Still, happy this worked out for you. Now let's take a look at what Lou did. Lou traded TLRY. Was this a daily level around here, Lou, at 18? Pre-market low or something? Or it was just around number marked? No, it's not around number, it's 1880. Pre-market low at 1870. So that's good, I see. So there was a pre-market low around here. Before market open, it squeezed above VWAP, but that didn't help it to continue the uptrend. It started squeezing back down, broke the pre-market level on the first 5-minute candle. Lou traded it to the short side, nice partials. Pulling back, closer to the pre-market level. Remember the retest, what did we say? Retest could be closer to the level, could be at the level, and they could go a little bit inside, right? the level. So we took it to the short side after this retest. I personally, after the ad, would have had my stop loss somewhere around here, just in case it does this. This happens, right? So I would have had my stop loss here after the ad. Good partials, forming a setup around here. Bullish engulfing sandwich. New short where you added to your position. So yeah, this was amazing. Good management. Another ad, I wouldn't have done it because of the lower wicks, but this is still decent. Because your average is still low, right? Your average is still around there. Added exit the rest of breaking. So yeah, this was a good one. I like the management on this one low. So Thomas, let's see what you did here. No worries, Thomas, you're here. TSM was amazing. TSM was on my watch list. I didn't trade it though. You took it, Geo took it, and both of your entries, you and Geo, were really good on this one. I think you had a similar entry on this one. Yeah, you had a similar entry. Oh no, Geo took it to the long side around here. You took it after the pullback. So look at this. TSM on the 60-minute chart having a range. We're having a breakdown, and then we're having an open, which is weak. Do I trade this thing to the short side? Not really. I'm not taking it to the short side unless we're breaking at least 128.83. Look at this, 128.83 started holding. It's not breaking it, and I'm not taking it to the short side. Now it's squeezing back up, giving us an ABCD pattern after coming back up to the high of the range of the 60-minute chart. This is where Thomas took it to the long side. Some partials, decent ad, but this was an early exit. You shouldn't have exited on this one. Like this is 3-bar play, and on 3-bar play, your stop loss is below the third candle, right? Your entry on 3-bar play was good, but the stop was unfortunate. And unfortunately, you missed the big move right there. Other than that, it was good. Yeah, the trade was really good. Unfortunately, it got you out on this one after the ad. Remember, when you are adding, you either keep your stop loss here with a loss, or you add enough shares to keep your new average around here. Oh, Dan, they did. Amir, I think, traded PLTR, and he put it in the off topic. We did actually review that one. So we have time, so I'll go through a couple more trades. One of them for Nina. So Nina, this is good. I like it. We did discuss this. There is the pre-market level, drop down, pull back for a retest, took it to the short side for a reverse ABCD pattern. Nice partial. Nice ad. Again, look at these guys. Our members are thinking the same. Lou and Nina, same thinking. Didn't get the entry here, but the ads are the same. Nice partials all the way down. I personally would have ignored all those ads around here because it's just so far from the 9 and the 5. And I expect the stock to pull back closer to the 9 and the 5 before a continuation. So this year I would have avoided. Maybe exited break even somewhere there. This, not ideal, not after hammer. I would have given it a little bit more room. This is parabolic pullback. I would wait for an M shape after a parabolic pullback. But glad there is an M shape on the 1 minute chart here. But still, after 10 o'clock, you need to look for an M shape on the 5 minute chart. We're afraid of higher lows and reversals. Exactly what happened around here. But this is perfect. This right here is perfect. Yeah, I do that. When your share size is so small and you don't care about getting out to the break even, I think it's totally fine to do that low. Okay, let's take a look at this one here for JC. JC, this is cool. I like it. I wasn't watching Oxy, but we have a range around here. We have a breakout of that range. And then we're having an ABCD pattern at the retest area. One thing though, your stop losses were really tight. There is no reason to get scared of this reverse hammer. Could anyone tell me why? Why don't we care about this candle here? close to the moving average. One reason, okay. Yeah, GC, exactly. Yeah, GC, that's totally right. Exactly, Sesh. So now there is a range around here, and we expect the stock to be chopping around this range. This is why we're getting our entry here, and we're having our stop loss somewhere around here. Any hammer, reverse hammer around here, it doesn't mean any meaning. Remember, if you read any books, they're telling you that hammers and shooting stars are are two of the most important candles, but they mean nothing if they are occurring within a range or in a chop. I will care about the shooting star when it happens at the high of the day. I love it for sure. I will care about the hammer when it happens at the low of the day. It could mean that there will be a reversal or a big pullback, right? But a hammer or a reverse hammer somewhere inside the range, you don't care about them. So yeah, these around here, we don't shouldn't have bothered you at all. I'm glad you re-entered, and this time you didn't get bothered by a shooting star, because this closes shooting star or reverse hammer. Shooting star when it closes at high of the day. This is not shooting star. This is the reverse hammer. Anyway, this was a good entry, really good stop loss. I see you survived the pullbacks and nice partials, although it's the daily level. So this was good. I like that you re-entered. So that's it, guys. Do you have any questions? Could you explain NIO short at the opening? Okay, so NIO short at the opening, look at this. If you look at the 60-minute chart around here, you could draw this, right? And maybe somewhere around, actually maybe even a little bit tighter before that happened, right? And this around here is 57, 58, somewhere around 58, right? Which is here, 58. We did break. At the beginning, I was looking at it to the long side, and I was looking at it to the long side for a break of this area around here. So I took it to the long, and we did break. The breakout happened, but this was a fake breakout. And after the breakout, we squeezed all the way back down into the low of the range. After the breakout, if you go into the middle of the range, you are already not interested in the long, and you are interested in the short. And the middle of the range here is somewhere around 52.20 or 52.30, somewhere around here. There it is. So after a fake breakout, if you drop into the middle of the range, you're no longer interested in long, and you are interested in short. You could immediately short it if you see a setup, and here you see a short. There is a shooting star with a follow candle to the short side, or you could take it to the short side on a reverse ABCD pattern right there. This would have been a good reading for NIO to the short side. Regarding the horizontal regarding for the ABCD pattern, JC is asking me this. ABCD pattern, when it goes sideways, still touches the 9 and the 5. How would you get the 30% pullback right here? Now, this ABCD pattern, I usually look for it earlier in the day, before 10 o'clock or after 10 o'clock. Now, it will not be this straight line like this. It will be like candles. One candle, two candles, right? Three candles, and then it will be doing this. Let's say those two candles were big, and then it will be doing something like this. Going sideways till it touches the 9 moving average on the 5-minute chart. And this here, let me delete this and let me draw this. This here is a 30% pullback. If it goes like way far and then goes sideways, still touches the 9 and the 5, I will not trade it to the long side for an ABCD pattern, because there should be a 30% pullback. Let me download this one. Yeah, I see what you mean right there. So this right here, it will be like this, right? And then this will be your pullback, which is almost 30%, right? Will be around 28 or something, because the 50 will be somewhere around here. Make sense, JC? Let me get back to the rest of the questions because, hey, Maxi, how did you do today? Okay, let me check that. Sesh, do you mean NIO trade? I didn't take it to the short. My NIO was long. There was a member who took NIO to the short side. You're welcome. Okay, that's good. So any more questions, guys? Look at Riot. Riot did the same thing, right? We did breakout. After the breakout, we squeezed into the middle of the range where we're no longer interested in long and we're interested in short. And this is sitting around what? 2660? 2660? And there is a 5-minute open range breakdown. So you could take it immediately to the short around here after the fake breakout. Same thing in BLDP. BLDP. This one, I was looking for a long today, but it didn't really give me any good setup to the long side. Look what's happening after that. After the fake breakout, which is here, you're going into the middle of the range, which is 33.30, right? There it is, somewhere around 33.30. 33.35, somewhere around here. So this one, you could short around here and put your stop loss somewhere inside the middle there, or you could short it after a reverse ABCD pattern, have your stop loss at the last level it bounced from, and then partial all the way down. Yes, I watched the 1, the 5, and I watched the 60 as well, just to see how much room I could have from my short. No, Siman, he didn't do it, and I'm not sure he will do it anymore. All right, so that'll be it. He is not sharing it. I don't know. He said it's some personal reasons. So if it's so close to the non-moving average in the 5-minute chart, I'll not take it against it, right? Those are the rules. Not sharing the algos, that's it. All right, guys. So have a good day, everyone. I'll upload this trade review to YouTube in a few minutes. If you still have any questions, feel free to email me, ayman@birbulltraders.com, and have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye.